join the fight, come on, ignite, like, share, subscribe, we'll take flight, find us in Colorado, raising our voice, filming the cops, it's our choice, making the meetings, breaking the mold, making the news, the truth be told, on the tube we spread the word, you people know it's absurd, free press, we won't digress, good citizen, yeah, that's our address, always fighting for what's right, we're the ones who shine so bright. Digress, good citizen, yeah, that's our address. Always fighting for what's right, we're the ones who shine so bright. Start, we the speakers of truth, no doubt. Check out the people on YouTube, shout it out, stand up, let your voices break the chains. Civil rights, free press, this is our game. Media that reveals the hidden facts, we won't be silenced, watch our backs. Government watchdogs, keeping them in line. First Amendment, our freedom to shine. Courts, cities, towns, it's time to rise, never back down, hold them accountable, no compromise. We're winning this fight, one step at a time. Good citizen media, we're here to shine.
Living like a rock star, and they hating all day. Out here creating music that ain't our way. Videos sharing the news as we go. Make shows the talk of the town, yeah, everybody knows. Always on the go, looking for them bad cops. If we are in your town, don't be scared to stop. Fans in the crowd shouting out loud. Expose the truth in government, we want it now. Rockstar life ain't easy, but we are slaves. Lost in the wind, so till we misbehave. Hiding in the light up on the stage. Fighting the machine, there's no golden cage. Government dirt, yeah, we dig it all up. Truth in the spotlight, let's pour another cup. Critics attack, but we stand tall. Blasting through lies, they fall. Pushing limits, boundaries to the break. Rebel hearts feeling fate's quake. In the eye of storm fire, we ignite. Living like rock stars all through the night. Ride the storm, we won't bow. Kicking back, breaking now. Living truth, screaming loud. No leash, no chains, unbowed. Rockstar life ain't easy, but we are slaves. Lost in the wind, so till we misbehave. Hiding in the light up on the stage. Fighting the machine, there's no golden cage. Cage up, a golden cage up. Cutting in the light up on the stage. Cage up, a golden cage up. Fighting in the light up on the stage. Government dirt, yeah, we dig it all up. Truth's in the spotlight, let's pour another cup. Critics attack, but we stand tall. Blasting through lies, they fall. Government dirt, yeah, we dig it all up. Truth's in the spotlight, let's pour another cup. Critics attack, but we stand tall. Blasting through lies, they fall. Pushing limits, boundaries to the break. Rebel hearts feeling fate's quake. In the eye of storm fire, we ignite. Living like rock stars all through the night. Ride the storm, we won't bow. Kicking back, breaking now. Living truth, screaming loud. No leash, no chains, unbowed. Ride the storm, we won't bow. Kicking back, breaking now. Living truth, screaming loud. No leash, no chains, unbowed.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Great to see everybody here. Got a hell of a recap show for y'all.
What's up, John?
If I can find the right tab. What's up, John and Nicola? So yeah, we've got a lot of recaps. What do we got recaps about, good citizen? Where do you want to start? You want to start with Aguilar?
Well, before we get started, we got to congratulate Donald on his long-term vacation.
Congratulations, Donald. And we also need to congratulate Donald on being the very first recalled mayor of Aguilar. The very first. You're going to be in the history books, my man.
Hey, well, he might not be the first mayor, but the first Aguilar mayor to bankrupt the town. Yeah, I mean, who could see it coming? A guy who don't know the difference between 2 million, 2,000, and 400 million thousand. You know, uh, in control of our books and shit. Like who would have seen Aguilar's financial woes coming, huh? Who would have predicted something like that?
I don't know. Not us. Not us, apparently.
No financial concerns.
No financial concerns.
It's just it was not concerning to the guy at all, watching all the citizens' money disappear. No concern.
None at all. I mean, it wasn't even a concern when they were getting in, what was it, a $6 million loan? Yeah, there was no concerns because they got a $6 million loan in. What happened to that money, Donald? I know 3 million of it got spent on a bunk augmentation pond that's over there leaking like a sieve. But what happened to the other three?
The whole water?
Well, it's supposed to.
Isn't that what you dig a big hole for there? And put all these pipes and stuff. It was supposed to hold water, wasn't it?
It was supposed to. I mean, it was holding water for a minute. Apparently, they filled it all the way up, and it's pretty much empty now. And what's left in it is still trickling out. I mean, it's still trickling out. So I guess whatever rainwater is collected up in there is still trickling out the back. I mean, kind of crazy stuff right there. Sorry, I had a truck coming up. Right? I had a truck coming up behind me. So we were out here and what else? We got so much that's happening with Aguilar right now. His internet's jumped. So is mine. We got so much going on with Aguilar. Let's update everybody. Joe Porras, the maintenance guy, the maintenance supervisor, the guy that was that jumped in at $22 an hour, the guy that could do anything. He ended up quitting. Yeah, left the town in the lurch too. In case anybody's wondering, he pulled his water license 3 days prior to quitting. So technically, the town of Aguilar was operating under no license for 3 days while he was supposedly working. And he decided to go to Walsenburg. So city of Walsenburg, good luck to you. I hope you don't piss him off. He'll pull your water license from you like a little girl. I'm going to take my water license.
Yeah, and after seeing how he operated this out here, we're definitely going to have to check into how he's operating out there for sure.
Right. I mean, there's a little bit more checks and balances out there. I mean, he's going to have to work underneath somebody over there. So I don't know how long he's going to last. But I just got to say that was got to be the most childish move I've ever seen in my entire life, to not only pull your water license from the town 3 days prior to you quitting, but within those 3 days you decided, I'm going to screw the town as much as I can. Calling different agencies, letting them know that you had pulled your license. I mean, it's all public information, Joe. It's all public information. Did you think that we wouldn't find out? Like, we're going to find out. Uh-oh. Good citizens having some issues on the other side there. So, yeah. Well, we'll wait for him to come in, see if he can't refresh his system, come back in on this. But still, we have the guy, over here who is supposed to get stuff done. Nobody knows what he actually got done. I mean, the one good thing that he did is he opened up the bathrooms. He could unlock a lock. Snap. 2.3 million on that pond. You're absolutely right, John. 2.3 million on that pond. Rainwater, yes. What's left in there, Bad Cop, is just rainwater. And in fact, that rainwater is leaking out and draining out into somebody else's property and destroying their property in the meantime.
I thought we were breeding mosquitoes.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it was a mosquito breeding pond there for a minute. But
yeah, I thought we were going to breed them and sell them or something.
Right.
I mean, town's got to make money somehow, right? They only have $1,500 in the bank account.
Well, right. And it's kind of funny too, because me and Good Citizen, we were doing our due diligence and working for the town when we absolutely don't have to, and going through some of their finances to try and figure out what the hell's going on for them. And nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. The financials that they used to get this grant was all the way back in 2020. That they used budgets from 2020 to get this grant. And even still, with the amount that was on those budgets, it doesn't equate to, you're going to be able to pay me back $3-point-something million in this loan. Doesn't equate to it. What's up, 801?
801.
Just doesn't equate.
It's rough, huh? And so now the USDA looks stupid for even trying to give them the money, knowing they likely was going to mismanage it to begin with, because that's their track history, right?
Well, and we've gotten some other documentation about, Tyra, Sarah, Stephanie, Joe, other public information. You got to remember, guys, that everything that you do legally, anytime that you go into a courtroom, it is documented and it is public information for the most part. And I got to tell you,
as many times as those people have filed fucking bankruptcy for themselves, I'm surprised that anybody entrusts them to handle their funds. Like, I mean, how?
Right. And that's the question that we're getting to. And that's a question that a lot of people have. A lot of people are also wondering why that two people that sit up there and claim ignorance on almost everything except for what we owe. It's amazing on how much they know what we owe. But it's also amazing to me that one of those people also paid Tyra on her unpaid leave. It's kind of weird.
And I did happen to obtain comment on that. So there you have it, folks. We got comment on that. Deep shit. Speaking of deep shit, how about that? How about the wastewater treatment plant being in non-compliance for quite some time now, right? And yeah, it's kind of weird. We have an old system here in Aguilar, guys. It's like it's not even lined ponds, so this shit just leaches into the earth, literally. It's not good. and it's supposed to be aerated at minimum. It hasn't been aerated in over a year. So the shit's like literally building up around here. What's up, Ed Cop? Yeah, I mean it's really getting deep. So we got so much non-compliance going on here right now, guys. It's hard to even keep up. So, but you guys remember, we're not supposed to know any of this. The town's business is not the town's business. And don't poke the dog.
Well, I thought it was more of the sit down, shut up.
Glad to hear that because what I've been told by certain board members is I shouldn't even be at the meetings and I need to sit down and shut up unless I'm asked questions. So
No, it wasn't like that. It was more like this.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Yeah, John, we got like a state of the art, top of the line, $3 million mosquito breeding facility here in town. For real.
Right?
We breed only the best mosquitoes.
Well, I'm just wondering what poor Joe's mom is going to do. I mean, he was so concerned about his mom over there right next to the pond. I'm just wondering what she's going to do now.
You looking at buying out this way, John? Some nice places out here, yeah. Just outside of town, so you're not having to use that city water, right? Yeah, you want to be just far enough away. You don't need that city water, right? Well for you, John. Nothing but the best. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that one, man, because, you know, they're having problems with their wells here, too. In fact, rumor is that Joe left them in a lurch with, well, now less than 30 days to get a certain well running, or they're going to lose it.
Yeah, state take it right offline, they said. 30 days or less. And of course, can't afford to pay the well company to come fix it. Man. Can't say we didn't warn them, huh, you people?
Well, I mean, we tried. I mean, a lot of our predictions usually come true, unfortunately. And there's a lot of predictions that we have made that have yet to come true. And that's only because certain seals haven't been broken yet to make those predictions come true. But it's getting close.
Yeah. About to pull the plug. Drain the swamp.
I don't know. Well, you know, you would think.
Who pays the bills now, anyways?
Well,
the mayor paying the bills?
No, that's still Stephanie that's paying the bills. She does what she wants.
I thought Stephanie said she don't know nothing about the bills. She just takes the money for the gas and water. Make sure that's paid.
No, she says she does what she's told. You know, Ken told her to do it, and her boss told her to do it. I don't know who her boss is. Ken's not her boss. I don't know who her boss is, but she's told by her boss to do stuff, and apparently she knows how to do that.
And that's the other thing. John's right. We should give a huge shout out to Diamond T for fucking our pond up, and Ken for getting paid for it. Thanks for screwing the town over, Ken. Show your true colors, buddy. We seen it. We seen it coming. Remember I told you that, Ken? I seen you. Who's watching? Yeah. This pond is seriously like $2 million loss right now. The damages alone on it's probably going to cost us more than it costs us to build it. It's and everybody's got their hands in it wanting money. So yeah, it's wild. You're muted. So whatever you're saying is. Yeah.
The funny thing is that Ken's company got paid. SMG didn't get paid, but Ken's company's getting paid. Oh, and if we want to say, well, that's my wife's company, that's still your company. You're married to the woman, you live in the same house, you have the, if you have, conjoining bank accounts, guess what? That's your company too. You're attached to that company. Congratulations, Ken. Congratulations.
Yeah, good old Ken. He's just here to volunteer and help the town, you know? So don't beat him up too much. He used to be a county commissioner, so I don't think you're allowed to talk about him without his permission.
Oh, is that going to be harassment?
I don't know. I don't know. He was advocating for arresting chalkers and stuff. So, but yeah, he's just here to help, guys. He's just here to help himself to your fucking money. Just saying.
Later, hippie.
Later, happy, be good. Gregory UK, good to see you. Yeah, he's just helping himself to your money. No problem. Fattening up him and his wife's pockets. And Stephanie's only writing checks because he said to, you know. They're writing these contractors checks out of payroll and shit. Oh man. Like,
Yeah, how do
can you fraud any fucking more, guys? Did you miss like a type of fraud that you can squeeze in there? Because I think you hit like every fucking type of fraud on the checklist you could possibly fucking come up with. Oh shit, man. You know?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, I'm telling you, bro, it's like, I swear, you would think that we have this place like this is a set, right? Like you would think that we have this scripted. Like you would think that this is not real. And hell, I've been in this for almost 3 years. Good Citizen's been in this for almost 3 years. And I still can't believe that this ain't real. It's like they go above and beyond to top themselves.
Yes. That's right. They have to. I mean, they got a lot of people around here to keep up with, you know? So this is definitely not the only town we've been covering, guys. So
Well,
we've been covering a few other towns,
and
counties.
I was gonna say that, I mean, this, it seems like it's a running theme here in Colorado. Like if they haven't felt like they haven't topped themselves and made themselves look even more stupid, there has one place that's gone to a really big excess on going further than what Aguilar has done. They Aguilar has tried what they pulled,
Right.
but I don't know, man. They just don't look very good, especially when you're giving the guy in this upcoming video here, a life-saving award.
Yeah, he got an award. Yep. He's an awardable type of guy. So they always award and promote the bad ones, it seems, in my experience dealing with these people for so long. That's just what it seems. We always end up that way, Sup, Futoy. Yeah. They promote the bad ones, you know. I mean, we deal with plenty of good ones, but it's sad we never see them ones getting a promotion, right? So
Right?
bad behavior is what's awarded. And yeah, this guy here, he's a piece of work. And well, here's an award for you, buddy. Yeah, that's it's just mind blowing. And I mean, shout out to our homeboy Joe Cool, my favorite French rider. He made this video. You guys will have to check it out.
Well, we're gonna check it out right now, but I mean, we're just
Yeah, we'll
gonna
poke through it.
we're gonna poke through it, but definitely go over there, throw a like on it, at least watch it, because watch hours matter. So watch it.
Here they come.
Please close your door.
It's funny to me how that guy with the fur on his jacket, on his coat, he was very nice up here when he was recording. But then when I went and asked him his name because I took his lighter, I said, "What is your name so we can document?" Like he was like, "You are very rude. You do not come in the courtroom and ask me for my name." And
It didn't have to be that way.
You're right, it didn't.
I've got one that can see.
This story is nuts. Starts off with my man's Chris, who you cats might call a soft sick. Traveling, not driving, if you understand what that means. Chris is also a disabled veteran. I get a call saying Chris has a court date coming up and could use some support. I'm in the same state. It's 3 hours away. I don't even ask what it's about, but I should have. It starts with Chris getting pulled over for driving with no plates. Let's get into it.
We're here with Officer
I'm Trooper Enriquez with the Colorado State Patrol.
Trooper Enriquez and there's no. Excuse me, Trooper. May we have your name, please?
My name's Trooper Wilson, Colorado State Patrol. IBM 0046.
Okay.
Chris was already having bad luck.
How are you doing, sir?
Not good. Can you see my front? Yeah, can you see that?
Hit a gear.
There's two reasons you're being contacted today. So, passenger side headlight, it's out, but obviously we can see that's damaged. And you don't have any tags on the vehicle, okay? All right, so that's why you're being contacted. Do you have any questions about that?
I have no questions about it. No.
Okay, awesome.
No.
Got a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance on you, sir.
Cold wind remembers the darkest of days.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Where you headed?
I don't know. I want to see a guy named Shellhammer, but he's not showing up on the docket.
Okay.
And I want your filming policy here.
We'll have to get that from the, what is it, the court administrator.
Is that here?
It is here. I'm not sure if he's here or not.
I'll check. Let's go. Does this go through here?
No, sir.
I felt like he was stalling me. That was me testing a theory.
We'll wait there until I get a hold of him.
Oh, he comes to you?
What's the policy on videotaping?
Do you know it offhand?
No, sure. Sure do.
Okay. That's exactly what I was told.
All right, so we're gonna pause it there. I mean, and he's gonna elaborate here in the video, but I mean, the young lady told him flat out, he's allowed to record anywhere except the courtroom.
Good to see you, Banana Anna.
Banana Anna. All right, we'll
this gets wild, guys. Joe did a really good job with this too, you guys. Make sure you go over there, leave him a comment, give him a thumbs up. I mean, if we was paying him by the hour for this, y'all.
Oh my God,
we'd need Aguilar money.
Well, he's just been told that I could videotape anywhere outside of the courtrooms, but he still looks determined.
Yes, security. I don't want to beat up on you, but am I the only cat that came here filming?
Do you have a valid license?
I do, but not contracted with Colorado.
So you're what?
So I'm not contracted with Colorado.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
It means that I have no license with Colorado.
Some kind of
with another
hound. I'm not sure what.
It's with another state,
Or
but
dog of some sort.
I mean, I'm not in any type of association with that contract right now.
What do you mean by that?
Hey, you know the filming policy here?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll tell you about it here soon.
He doesn't know. I asked him. Do you?
Nope. Do you?
Well, I was told, but I just assumed.
It might be different too, since this is a government building.
I was told here specifically, so that's why we
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Hold
So
on,
he's
pause
gonna
it
have
for a
to get it
minute.
because it might be different. Because
I bet you're right, though.
I do remember not
Show me Sasquatch. What's up, brother? All right, so I just want to make it clear that this lady and the bald guy are husband and wife. Like that's no big secret. So no conflict of interest here or anything. Just don't never mind that. But if you see her name tag, you see his name tag, you'll get it. So that will mean something further on here in the video because yeah, you'll see. All right, go ahead. I just wanted to point that out because
people to come in and
I don't think most people know that, right?
video the building. Does that make sense? Like you can.
It does not. I've always sold lobbies, foyers, and hallways.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It happens. Did you say being argumentative? Now, at the end of this video, when the judge bans filming in 6 counties and we're looking for someone to blame, as if it ain't the judge, it's sneaky shit like this that cops do. Did you say being argumentative? Did you? Did you? Excuse me, sir. Oh, wow. Excuse me. Did you hear what he just said?
No.
And did I? Oh, I thought he said I was being argumentative.
Did he ask you to do something?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Did you see me being argumentative?
Not yet, no.
You say yet, as if you expect me to? I'm just asking for a filming policy and I need to see someone named Shellhammer. I told him that. He told me to hold on.
What's your reason for filming?
What's your reason?
I'm recording everything.
My reason for filming, if it's legal, I like to do it. I like to keep up on my public officials. You know, a lot of crap go on. People are afraid of you guys. They shouldn't be. You should not be comfortable with people being afraid of you. All of that shit. There's no reason not to film. Plus, I've got a million reasons, bro. A million.
I'm trying to.
It's like the license is for the commercial use of whatever, right?
Okay. So you need a valid driver's license to operate a vehicle in the state of Colorado, okay, sir?
Well, that's why I was showing you that there to be able to
Are
have.
you gonna come back with a valid driver's license?
Excuse me?
Are you gonna have you ever had a valid driver's license?
Not in Colorado, no.
Not in Colorado?
No.
All right, can I see that ID again?
Yep.
Join large-scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major up.
No one's come here to film before?
I was on mute. Okay, I just want to point out to everybody that he does carry insurance on all of his vehicles.
Yeah.
Chris is a responsible
insurance. He has a
vehicle
passport.
owner.
When they said, "Can I see that ID?" That was his passport. He keeps insurance, and in this exact case, I know the backstory. The vehicle was purchased in California. Well, it would not pass emissions in California, so therefore he needed to get it registered in Colorado. Well, you just got back to Colorado, and well, getting into the DMV is not super fucking easy. So he was waiting to get into the DMV when this incident occurred. So he was actually planning to register the vehicle. After he hit that deer, that deer caused enough damage to where the vehicle was not even operable no more. By the time he got back home, there was other issues that he found in the morning. So he ended up purchasing another vehicle, right? So there was no need to register that vehicle here at all. And so it's not like he was, negligent. He, like say, he had insurance, he has a passport, and he even has a fucking driver's license, right? It's just these guys labeled him a sovereign citizen. He never said he was a sovereign citizen, and they didn't care to hear what I just told you that took 2 minutes. Yeah, you're right, back
What's
there.
that?
No one's come here to film before?
What's the need for them to come and?
That's a no.
What's your reason?
Oh, you're recording too?
Go out there and record their cars, what cars they get into.
Yeah.
That's a no?
There are cameras in the courtroom.
So I can get those cameras, I can put this one away, I can get the court cameras?
Do not punch me. Don't
I'm
touch
not-
me.
You can ask, we have to fill out
Well, if I got to film out, if I could come in here, I'd rather do it myself, yeah?
yeah, I know that.
I'm not being argumentative,
That's
just
what
so
I'd
you-
rather do too, but yeah.
Can I ask you to lower your voice, please? I'm
Yeah,
trying
of course, I apologize, yeah.
This chick is big, man.
Let me get out your way, bro. You here for me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm here to see someone named Shellhammer who's not on the docket, and I'd like a copy of the recording policy from the court.
For the record, it's a little distracting to me.
Must be my camera in particular.
I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. I need the document, I'm sorry.
What are you looking for?
I need to see someone who is supposed to be on a docket named Shellhammer, Chris Shellhammer.
Okay.
And I want a copy of the recording policy for the building.
I'll get you a copy of that.
Okay, thank you. Who are you?
I'm Kyle.
Kyle, what's your position here?
I'm the court executive for the district.
Court executive or executive?
Executive.
Can you tell me the filming policy? No one seems to know.
I'll print it off for you.
No. Do you know it offhand? I appreciate it, but do you know? That's so weird, bro.
There's lots of policies that we have within the courts, and for me to memorize all of them is a little bit of a challenge, so I'm just going to print it off for
No
you.
one knew. I appreciate you, though, man. It's interesting.
This cop been angry. Now he just tired of hiding it.
Title.
I think he's seen a video
That
of
might
Joe
help
before.
if you couldn't find the van. I appreciate that. So being in the Marines, Pendleton or Paris
I
Island?
think so too.
Pendleton. Yeah.
There you go. I actually lived in, well, you know where 29 Palms is, right?
Oh, yeah.
I lived there for 6 months, unfortunately.
Marine?
No, I'm not a Marine.
Oh, okay.
This was there, so I'm going to give this to him real quick. It might help him find it.
Got him. Appreciate it.
I've met a bunch of sovereign citizens, never met one who thought he was, meaning someone else probably went through the trouble of labeling these cats, and I see why. Dismiss the guy, dismiss the argument. And they got some good ones too. In this case, when you use your vehicle doing work, like a truck driver, Uber driver, bus driver, you're doing business, commerce, making a license necessary and logical, as opposed to just, say, traveling to see your family and friends.
So what part of California did you stay in California when you got out of the Marine Corps? Or did you?
No, I got shot in 06.
Oh, shoot.
Got out in 07. Yeah, I took a 7.62 through the L4, L5. Take a look at that.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, here, let me see. I got a flash. Oh, yeah.
In my life, I've learned that there is a God. And in combat, they say there's no atheist in a foxhole and that kind of such. Well, there are certain situations. Like when my body hit the ground, my face hit the ground, the only conceptual understanding I had was, do I have your attention now?
Yeah.
And at the same time, with more love than any person can give you.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Do I have your attention now?
Do we have your attention now? If not, you better, I mean, you just better pay attention because we'll get your attention.
Right.
I mean, we've already put out this video and Joe put a really good spin on this video. But just pay attention because it gets kind of brutal over what? No license plate? No license plate.
Show me your papers.
You mad, bro?
No, I'm not mad.
Is this okay with you guys?
I'm okay
She was telling me to lower my voice. This guy works here. No one checks him. No one's going to correct him. If I got loud or did something weird,
What would
look at he's intimidating me for no reason.
What am I
No one's
saying?
going to say nothing. It's weird. Where's his boss? Who's in charge?
He's the manager.
He's them? This is the guy? Oh, you guys are in, oh man, purgatory.
You do have an unregistered vehicle, though. Okay, so I'm going to be citing you for the unregistered vehicle. All right. So I'll explain this to you, and then I'll take any questions afterwards.
Does that mean that I'm required to have a contract with?
So to operate a vehicle in the state of Colorado on our public roadways,
So is that a yes?
It has to be registered. Okay.
So is that a requirement that I'm supposed to have a contract with the state of Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just
right. So I'll explain this to you. Let me know if you can hear me, Kate. So citation for operating or permitting use of an unregistered vehicle. It's 10250. No points against your driver's license. You have two options. You can pay a check or money order within 20 days in an envelope I gave you, or you could appear at Alamosa County Court. Date and time was on the bottom left.
Chris obviously chose.
Oh wait, so it's not a crime if you just pay us the fucking money.
Watching this first court date where I was not present.
Right? As long as you pay us the fucking money, you don't even have to come deal with this clown, right? Just pay us. Fucking pay us. We want your money. Give us your fucking money. Give us your fucking money.
Well, and let's not forget. I mean, we're seeing the before they beat the crap out of him, and there was another court case after this that we had attended. I was sitting inside, and this judge here refers to the people sitting in the seats as the peanut gallery, and clearly labeled him as a sovereign citizen. I mean, these are the people that we're dealing with in Alamosa over here. People that like to put labels on people. Oh, it gets better.
Yeah, these people
It gets better.
Just fucking pay us, or we're gonna fucking beat the shit out of you. Is that what it is? It's just pay us. Just fucking you people. Just pay. Just pay you people, or else.
There's no sound in the beginning of it, but it looks like the judge asked Chris to take a step back because he does so. What you probably don't see is that Chris is trying to avoid, let me rephrase, absolutely unwilling to participate in any ritual that requires him to stand in a certain spot and say certain words. Now, I'm not invested in the clown show. So if a court was willing to electrocute a person and bust his head open because you won't stand where I tell you, oh, I want to see that shit.
Right now.
Almost AL23.
If you
Can you
violate
please
your
send
oath.
another deputy over here? I have a
That's fine.
problematic
That's
male.
fine. That's fine.
Go, please.
If you violate your oath, and this goes for you as well.
Are going to make a record about
If you put any physical endangerment to me,
You are on
will-
body cam.
that's
I am
fine.
letting you know. Move over there. I will touch you and physically make you move over there. Those are our options.
Please do not push me. I have a spinal injury.
I am asking you.
I have a spinal injury. Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
You understand me?
No, I
This is
don't.
not a place-
No, I do
this
not
is not
understand
a place
you.
to be up in front of the judge. Move over there now.
I won't touch anybody. I'm asking you to not touch me.
Come on.
Please
I won't
do
touch anybody.
not punch
Come
me.
on out.
Don't
I'm
touch
not.
me.
I am not.
Don't. Do not push me. Listen.
Then listen.
I have a
Then
spinal
listen.
injury. Stop
Then
touching.
listen.
Stop
Then
touching me.
listen.
Come on. It's fine. If you got a spinal
I'm
injury.
asking you to don't.
Okay, then.
Then
Common
don't.
sense tell you to come on.
Just
Let's
don't.
go. Let's go out there. We're all at the stake here. You are under oath of
Let's get him
constitutional.
popped up.
There is no cooperation.
No, I'm not. No, look, it's not. It's because my,
Cooperate with the officer.
please.
As I asked you to do.
I am asking you to stop. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I'm asking you don't.
Still asking.
At Harbor Freight,
What's the
we're
crime?
committed to ensuring our tools are
Like,
expertly
what crime
engineered
is he
and
asking
built to
him
last.
Stop.
What did you say, good
Just
citizen?
asking.
Oh, they're
She's
just
still
asking.
just asking him. Yeah, she's still just asking him. So, like, what crime has he committed up to this point? I'm wondering. Like, because they're just asking. Just asking. You can do what we tell you can do, but you have to do it from where we tell you to be. And we're just asking. We're just asking with our fucking tasers out and ripping and pulling. We're just asking. Please, just go over there. Like, do you think they'd be asking if the man committed a crime? Like, does he hurt anybody? Is he what is he? I don't know, man.
I'm
What's
still
up,
trying to
Exile?
figure out what he did other than no license plate and trying to
Right.
hand the judge paperwork in a courtroom that didn't have a bailiff in it while it was in
Right.
session.
Right. And the judge asked him, he's like, hey, can you stand over there and take your hat off? And he wasn't taking his hat off, and he explained to him, I don't plan to be here long. Like, we'll just handle this piece of paper right here. He's like, I can't hear you well from back there. I was just sitting back there and I couldn't hear anything you said. And he's like, well, you need to step back. And so he steps back, and then that's when she comes in. So they were still talking. I was in the courtroom for this and witnessed it with my own two eyes. So yeah, like, they're just asking though, guys. This is how you ask somebody to do something. So, like, next time you need like $10 or something, just find a guy like this on the street and go up and just ask him like this. Just, just get your taser and shit off. Just start asking him.
You to get down. I'm asking you to put your hands on your back. And I'm not that hard.
It's not that hard. I'm just asking.
It's just not that hard.
I'm just asking. It's not that hard. Just take the cuffs. Take it. I'm just asking.
And look at Superman there. Fuck, he's ready to do some damage, ain't he? He's got 1 foot on a banana peel. Just saying.
So get hurt on the back, I won't get hurt.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Drive some. Put your hands.
Did you see it? I know I got to probably blow it back up. I don't know why I went to small mode. And I'm going to back it up 10 seconds.
Hey, you're not killing my panel, Exile. Nope, not today. Nope. Love you.
Here we go.
Get hurt on the back, I won't get hurt.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Drive some. Put your hands on your back.
You see that shit? He is straight up told her, don't touch me. I have a spinal injury. And what does this chick do? She puts the taser directly on his spine and pulls that trigger, bro.
Yep. Guaranteed. First place she goes. Trying to cripple this motherfucking. You don't want to stand where we tell you. You're gonna fucking be crippled then. And she sticks that shit right into his spine, dude. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, like John says,
but I'm just asking.
Count the tasing.
I'm just asking you to get out.
Count the tasing while they ask.
What's up, Exile? Right? All right, we're gonna play it out here. So this was tasing number 1. Keep an ear out. I'm gonna mute. Good Citizen's gonna mute. Count the tasings.
Stop putting that on my spine. Stop attacking me.
Put your hands behind your back now. We're going to get tased, understanding?
I've already tried something twice.
Please. This is because you're not walking. You understand?
Put your hands back. Put your hands back.
Your actions are unconstitutional.
Put your hands back. Put your hands back. Put your hands back.
Stop.
Put your hands back.
Please. Hands behind your back. You understand me? You understand me? You slam your head on your back. Into the floor. It'll get worse. Keep it up.
Now, mind you, that's not the full version.
Right.
That's not the full
we got
version.
the full version up there. But you can see, that deputy is on top of him and has him restrained. She's still fucking tasing him.
Right. And there was more tasings after that. I think we counted at least a good 9 tasings.
Yeah.
I
And of
mean,
course, we got the after photos.
Chris, for having a fucking spinal injury and not really fighting these motherfuckers, man, I got to tell you, bro, I wouldn't fuck with Chris. I wouldn't fuck with Chris if he decided to fight back, because I can tell you what, if he can restrain himself from not knocking all 3 of those out, I got to say, that guy's got some mad discipline, bro.
Right, because what law did he break? What did he... I don't even know, dude. Like, where's the fucking victim besides that fucking judge's pansy-ass ego?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But this is where they finally get him in cuffs, and they're dragging him out of the courtroom.
You understand me? You understand me? You slam your head on your back. Into the floor. It'll get worse. Keep it up. You have aggravated my spinal injury.
That sucks.
Well, I have your attention now.
Grow up. Walk like a fucking man. Dude, I can't. I can't. That's the problem. I can't. I grab a wheelchair. Put him up against him.
Now look at how they just handled him there. On top of slamming him around, on top of yanking him left and right, forth, back, whatever, on top of tasing the shit out of him, on top of jumping on his back.
He should have just did what they was asking.
He should have just did what he was.
Anytime somebody comes up to you with a gun and asks you to do something nicely, you should probably just do it.
Probably. I would think so. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right, Sasquatch. It is horrid. It is horrid. But it ain't done yet. It ain't done yet. Let's continue.
What's your name? You're out of the building. Go. I'm out of here. Yep, you're still here. All right.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Almost sale 23.
It didn't have to be that way.
You're right, then.
Y'all didn't
Can you
have
send me one more
to attack somebody. No need for all that.
You're right. No need.
The judge and I were having a conversation, and y'all chose to attack somebody.
Okay. That's fine.
You say it's fine? That camera is recording, correct?
100%.
You slammed
100%.
my head in the floor.
Oh. Yeah. That's what happened.
Seriously.
Seriously.
There's no need.
You're right. There is no need.
When you go home,
What's up? Is this your phone?
remember.
I will remember. I will remember this.
Good.
100%.
The ancient Egyptians understood that they could use sound to reduce their weight.
But you learn better from the Marine Corps. When you're told to do something, you should do it.
You're going to get charged with obstruction of justice today.
The ability for me.
Your fucking rambling isn't going to do anything. Just be quiet.
I know it's not going to change anything. I get that.
It doesn't change anybody's opinion because it's fucking nonsense.
Since the first appearance ended with a hospital visit, the courts had to reschedule, And this is me on that second date, sensing something is off, but didn't know all that had occurred. But listen, this is the same cast of characters, so they know exactly what occurred. They know exactly who Shellhammer is. They kicked the guy out for trying to film it, so they probably know the filming policy as well.
He was over here filming and he was trying to get involved with this a little bit, so I just shook his ass out of the door. You're out of the building, go.
This is why you film too. See how hostile this guy is? No one would believe him. You guys wouldn't back me up. You never admit it, right? He's the boss. Your job will be in jeopardy. This is why it's so important to film. He asked me. This is why. What about filming in the court? You know those procedures?
Yeah, there's usually no filming in the courtroom.
They make exceptions for media.
So the newspaper can go in and document, but as far as like visual stuff,
Filming,
I don't think that there's anybody.
Nobody.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Damn, my shit's getting dry. You got some water here?
I don't. We have a drinking fountain.
I'll drinking fountain. I'll cut the camera off and go through if I can get some water and come back and restart this all over again. Yeah.
Or you could just leave it if you want right there, and it's just right around the corner over here.
Yeah, you guys will keep an eye on my camera. I don't trust this guy.
You can set it right there on the windowsill.
Yeah.
We won't touch it.
All right.
Leave it facing this way.
You gorgeous, man. I hope I got a picture. Could ask for anything more than that.
So then, but then you have to take anything metal or electronic and put it in here.
Yeah, but you can have a drink.
Here's a copy of the delivery, and you can be allowed to be in the public area as well. Does that make sense?
This is exactly what I thought.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Okay, in case you guys missed it, because there's a lot of background noise and whatever, a lot of people talking. The executive came out and said, as long as you're in public areas, lobbies, foyers, hallways, you're good to film. You're good to film. You're good to film, right, good citizen?
Film away. No. Should be no problem. Shouldn't need all these guards standing there fucking for a guy with a camera. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, right?
It is,
especially
right?
with an attitude problem at that, dude. The fuck's wrong with that old man, dude? Nobody's done anything to him, dude. He's just fucking irate.
Well, you heard it. You should be allowed to film in there, but that turns rather quickly. Let's continue.
Yeah, I gotta get this so fair. Oh, just 1 second to make you a compliment. You look at you rolling your eyes. I wish I got that.
I'm not trying to roll.
I just want to pay you a compliment and say you did well, and thank you. I appreciate it. Because that needs to be documented as well as everything else.
I understand. I appreciate your question too, and I'm sorry that it took me a second to go back. And
it wasn't horrible. She was kind.
I'm sure our security officers do a good job.
No, that guy's lousy. He's a loose cannon. He's going to get you a lawsuit. You should see what my camera did and mocked me and stuff. It was weird.
All right. Well, I have to step over to another meeting right now, but I'm glad I could answer your question.
Thank you for the clarification. Just enlighten these guys as well.
We'll do.
So. You just did. Beautiful. So I put this here.
There's no audio in the courtroom, and I couldn't afford the transcripts, but the judge was familiar with the soft-sit arguments, and the back and forth was great until this little lady entered the courtroom and tried to ID me under the guise of keeping my disposable lighter secure. I pulled her out of the courtroom and showed her my disagreeable side. You're about to hear her recount that story.
It's funny to me how that guy with the fur on his jacket, on his coat, he was very nice up here when he was recording. But then when I went and asked him his name, because I took his lighter, I said, what is your name? So we can document like who's talking.
Joe motherfucking cool baby.
Very rude. You do not come in the courtroom and ask me for my name. And so I started recording, and he was like, and then he back.
Go out there and record their cars, what cars they get into.
Yeah.
That way. Yeah. Only thing is that if they get pulled over, it's going to be another.
We're going to test that theory before the video is done.
This case was over no registration?
No registration is what they're calling it.
As we know it, private plates. You actually had, I didn't know nothing about this walking into here. You had the private plate shit on there that I see on fucking YouTube and shit.
There is a notification that it is private property. Yes, that's correct.
While I was talking to Chris in the hall, I got a text that a couple more of my friends were outside talking to the police.
We've asked you to turn the vehicle off, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to turn it off.
Okay, it's not going to.
It doesn't need to be turned off.
That's all I wanted. We want you to turn the vehicle off. Put your hands
Thank
on
you
me
guys.
today.
Are you going to follow me
Am I
around
gonna
and become
ask what your
threatening?
name and badge number?
Are you going to follow me around?
Am I going to ask what your name and badge number?
It doesn't happen, right?
Oh, it doesn't happen, right?
Yep.
You know what 16-3-311 is?
Wait, I need a photo.
Are you aware of the law?
Step back. Step back. Do not follow. Do not follow.
If you're sensing some type of hostility, this is the same cat who threw Good Citizen Media out twice for legally filming, once out of the parking lot.
It's time to leave the premises.
This is public.
No, it's not.
This is public.
No, this is a private property parking lot. It's time to leave.
The good thing about getting police body cams is that sometimes they slip up and tell you how they really feel.
I told Marlon to get that black privilege. Curl your hair.
I'm not even going to respond to that. Let's see what the bald head cat thinks about us.
Party call in, he said that he's looking for equal treatment under the law, and there's an SO car pumping at the courthouse, and they want the vehicle turned off to Colorado law about pumping.
You can clear it for a bunch of sovereign citizen idiots.
A bunch of sovereign citizen idiots.
Okay.
The guy who is exempt from the Colorado puffing law is calling someone else sovereign citizens. This chick isn't any better. Having broken no law, she decides it's time for us to go, and she's gonna make shit up.
Gonna make shit up.
Might as well. It works for him any other time.
Right? Woo! You know what we got over here, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Vernon Thorne, council member of Aguilar, over here mowing while I'm doing a show. Hold on. I don't want to get him in trouble with the with the ordinance that he's under.
Yeah, because if he's disturbing you, then we can go ahead and have him cited. We have an ordinance here in town. I mean, if he's disturbing you, we can go ahead and get him cited. Yeah. Anything.
Vernon Thorne, are you purposely trying to wreck our live with that lawnmower? You are live right now. Are you trying to? Okay. All right. He's saying no, it was a mistake. All right. We'll get back to the video, and I'm going to talk with Vern over here for a second.
All right.
We can call PD and have them escorted off the property. Because at this point, they don't need to be here, especially those two. You want me to call them?
Yeah.
I do sincerely apologize. Can you please send PD? We've got some citizens harassing deputies in the front. You can't really harass a deputy, can you?
Cops can't be offended. It's part of the job description. Harassing a deputy won't hold, and the cops know it. So the dispatcher is going to do a favor and change the call to harassing citizens. That call could land us in jail.
You can head over to the courts, have a couple parties harassing ASO deputies at the courts that are requesting PD and backup.
The eyes are seeing the glory. Come on, play that.
Here they come.
Please close your door. Please close that door. Please close
It tells you to get in here.
Stacy.
Funny, huh? Funny, huh? Go for it. Yeah. You gotta fly. Yeah. Let's do it. We're live. We're live. We're live. Let's do it.
Voice. Meet Amazing Audits, Lady Justice Liberty Press, and Good Citizen Media. Him and you people, spelled with the U, are responsible for all the great behind-the-scenes footage you're watching right now.
No, closer to me.
Quiet down. Quiet down.
Let's do it.
Quiet down.
No. Go back inside.
You're being a nuisance.
Amanda, you guys just stay in here for a second. Stay in here.
I called for service because I would like for this.
What's up, Joe Cool?
Very simple request. He escalated it to the maximum mostness. Okay, no one needs to be hurt for the cruiser to get turned off.
You guys just hold tight for me, please.
This one is not.
I'm sorry? A cane?
And get that lighter that was so important as well. I almost forgot.
That fucking lighter, right?
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You as well.
This where the party's at?
These people are so fake, bro.
Yeah, please,
Look at him
please de-escalate
smile.
him
Yeah, absolutely.
and tell him words ain't gonna fucking hurt him, pansy.
Whose vehicle is this?
No, you don't have any right to get served. You're running it? Yeah. Let's just do this. Let's just shut it off. Just because, see if it de-escalates them. They won.
So don't even go down that road.
I've dealt with few. So
I'm gonna.
not these same guys.
Can I just leave?
Yeah, just go.
That way they don't get what they want.
Oh, just a bunch of sovereign citizens. This guy had court today, and they didn't like the way it ended, so now they're just raising Cain out there.
So can I escort my staff out so they can leave for lunch?
Yeah.
Did that cop really think we were going to hurt all these people?
Well educated, huh?
Is that why you hey, my man's. Excuse me.
I think that dude's racist, man.
You're the guy in charge here, yeah? Does this explain why you got my face?
He is a real piece of shit, dude. All right, so the backstory with this guy right here, okay, this gray-haired guy. So he worked for the Alamosa PD, okay? He was, I believe, a sergeant, maybe a lieutenant over there, okay? I think a lieutenant. So then when he retired from the PD, the undersheriff and the sheriff at this sheriff's department used to work under this guy. So they hired him up after he retired and put him here at the courts. I don't know what purpose he's serving, but I'm not sure. But he does a pretty good Joe Cool laugh, though. I'm gonna tell him that.
Right? I mean, Joe Cool, I think he got your laugh down like almost perfect, bro.
Right. Like we could get him doing cameos and shit, you know. Joe Cool's laugh. You know?
He's got to work on it.
Up, Joe. I mean, I could tell. That wasn't his first time, right?
Well, and he's got the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the rustic, like the he's got that of Joe Cool's. He just needs to get that deep bass of Joe Cool's, and he'll get that sound down just right.
Yeah, he little more practice, old man. You get there, you know. He hates the camera though. Look at him, fucking hates it.
Earlier because you had hostility already. It seems like reasonable.
I don't see any hostility here.
You know I could rewind the tape. You pinned me in this corner and
There's no hostility out here.
Getting in their faces. You should not have. Do you see how you're walking?
Listen,
that's
bro,
called
you
escalating.
put your hands on
That
me
is the
last
definition
time
for
This
no
guy's
reason.
trying
I have
to
a
make
reason
me
to
an attacker.
I was over here by myself.
CRS 16-3-311. I can record you in your course of duty, like it or not, motherfucker.
What's
Gang of gunmen,
Like it or not.
fucking
I'm
take
in
our
public,
rights away.
and I can say whatever the hell I want to.
And then you want to hide the videos.
You don't have to like it, but you have to put up with it.
I think your partner Chris
That's
dropped
not
it.
mine.
He dropped it, I think.
Thank you.
It shouldn't take a supervisor to get you to just cooperate with the public.
When the public requests something, you should listen. Because actually,
I've got a call to go to, guys. I've got a call to go to. Have a good one.
Not really, though, right? Not really. Not really, though.
Okay, right? I forgot we locked the door.
Oh, did you?
Jeez.
It's just us. I don't get it.
I don't either. We'll never get the thinking process of people.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. He left. He
They
left.
could never,
Why aren't they
they could
leaving?
never have a thinking process like somebody like that guy.
Right?
Like
Like
they
they didn't even
full of smiles and shit too. They're so proud of what they're doing, locking the doors, you know, keeping everybody safe from the cameras. Like this. Oh my god, they use force because of cameras, right? Like cameras are the kryptonite here. No, no, that's the double down right there. And these body cameras were great, dude.
People like them. So.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you're gonna get to see the judge throw us out and change the filming policy in 6 counties. Let's go research it at the public library that doesn't allow filming. Go back and challenge the judge. Get thrown out again. Get locked out. Go back. Get the truck that started all this nonsense with no plates. Go cop watching in it and film every public building in all of those counties. I don't think you're gonna get to see that shit because I'm fascinated with what's coming out of their mouth right now.
I don't get it. I don't either. We'll never get the thinking process of people like them. So.
That's simply not true. Just drop your ego. Next cop's a good example.
Yeah, he drove back. He drove back. There was no plate each time. Just you know.
Holy hell, the police presence here is crazy.
Good Citizen said that you know, we did drive back into Alamosa many times with a truck with no tags on it.
We went cop watching many times with the truck with no tags on it too. And
Right?
these exact same state troopers that are showing up here in this video, we happened to bump into them a few times, as a matter of fact, didn't we, Joe? These same cops right here. And as soon as we hopped out and started heading over there with cameras, they split. They just fuck that traffic stop. They said they just went.
Well, you know what happened, Good Citizen. I mean, we're pretty nice guys. How come nobody likes to play with us? I mean, come on, man. Like
cameras, bro.
Oh,
it's the cameras.
It's that 32
yeah, that's
frames
that 40
per
frames per second and shit.
Oh, snap. All right, let's get through this.
Yeah, just keep it locked. So here's the deal, guys. When you're dealing with these kind of people,
Relax. This guy gets it. He's walking the line. This is the cat I was telling you about.
that show of force like you would think you could do just doesn't work, and they're just going to film you, and then you get worse and worse and worse. So the best thing you could do, I've been dealing with these guys for years. Just
walk away.
Nah, not even walk away. Nod your head, shake their hand, and then go on about your business.
Well, we never escalated.
This group are super hard to deal with because they won't go away, and we're just gonna have to. If you want to keep your doors locked, do it. You know, to keep them out because this shit's not gonna end.
Thank you. Can I ask, did you all show up for the same thing? And what was it?
That I don't.
Please, I'm not with that guy.
We're all on different radio channels, so I couldn't tell you.
Excuse me?
We're all on different radio channels, so I couldn't tell you where.
Oh, no, about half a dozen of you guys came together. And you look like you're in charge, you'd know. Could just be your stature.
Control them, though, is what I'm saying, is they're on different radio channels, so I'm not sure.
These guys, they show with you?
They are.
Can I ask what you guys are here for? What's the call?
Excuse me?
Can I ask you what the call that you guys are here for?
Some people up front harassing the deputies.
Oh, that'd probably be us.
Okay, so you guys are free to do what you're doing, so.
It's hard to hear with Lady Justice in the background, but this guy says you're free to do what you're doing. Lady Cop should have never have called him.
I see anybody. I see somebody standing on the First Amendment. It's what I see.
Cooper's a good cop. We've dealt with him. He's a good cop. He's a lieutenant. He's or was he Sarge? I forget. I got his card somewhere, but either way, yeah, I think he was lieutenant. He was a good dude, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, we We had all these officers show up. Well, why?
Matter of fact, everybody that was under his control did good too. They all identified, badge number. They weren't fucking assholes. I mean, they felt kind of ashamed to be called to the scene for something that's a non-existing crime, right? Like, you guys are harassing the deputies. So they had to call the fucking police department. I mean, dude, how shameful is that in itself? But this
Yeah, you
guy
did,
here,
Joe.
yeah, Joe, you already know he's a good dude, right? Like he answered our questions, he did well. I think he's an asset to the department myself.
Sir?
Oh, and that piece of shit they sent out of here,
Yeah.
he was harassing me.
He was.
That's why we're.
If anybody was doing any harassing, it was.
I'm just pausing just in case anybody's taking count.
He's a big guy too, dude. He's a big guy. Like, look how big Cooper is, man. He's big, dude. It's funny with him and Joe next to each other because Joe's pretty tall, dude. But this dude was a big dude.
Officer, a deputy, a sergeant.
I don't know how many cops showed up, maybe a couple dozen, and none of them supported the deputies at the courthouse. And if I'm being honest, they didn't so much as even ask us for ID. We spent a couple days filming them where they work at and on the streets, and they were nothing but cordial. And again, we did all this in a vehicle with no plates that started everything. But that's going to have to wait for a second vet. As far as this day, Chris paid a $75 fine for the original ticket and faced no extra charges for what happened in that courtroom. Cops left and we all walked away in one piece. But this story is just beginning, and I'm already on the way back to Colorado. You cats be easy.
Fuck yeah, Joe. That was a banger,
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah, Joe. Good video, brother. That's my brother right there. We appreciate it, Joe. Even though it took you fucking 16 years to put it together. Fuck. Dude, we was just talking about that shit like this morning or yesterday or something, Joe. I swear on everything. So, somebody was asking, like, when the fuck's Joe gonna put the video out? I was like, fuck. But then he came out today with it. Hell yeah. No, and there's a lot more to that, y'all. He ain't bullshitting. There's like a whole nother second part just as long. Like it ain't no bullshit. That's a dirty cop's nest right there. We call that Alamosa County Sheriff's Department. They have no integrity. They have no respect. They have no accountability. Now we made a IA complaint, right, in terms of fair complaint with those sheriffs about how Chris was handled, how I was handled, so on and so forth. And well, you know, they investigated themselves and they found themselves in no wrongdoing, none. So we got that done. So obviously, you know, we had to take that a little further because then exonerated is not what we were looking for. So
No, not at all.
And that's Alamosa County Sheriff's Department for you, right? Like they're not responsible to nobody but themselves. So, yeah, dirty cops nest. And then, you know, after that, Joe got threatened with arrest because he's filming in the police or in the sheriff's department. Like, I mean, I'm not bullshitting. Joe's got a whole nother. It might take him a fucking another 12 months, but he's got it. I'm telling you.
He's got it.
And when it comes out, it'll be a banger. I already know, Joe.
Fuck, man.
But
there is so much still to go.
Dude, that's just some of the shit. You know, we got Jake 6 out there in Bent County. Jake, you're a bitch. I don't know how else I can say that.
Hey, Jake. Wait, hold on. Jake, did you find your mole yet? Is your mole out of your hole yet? Are you sure? Are you positive? I mean, I know we've been taking a break on you, but we're giving you another opportunity to get a hold of us, Jake. You got our emails. Get a hold of us, you little pussy. Get a hold of us.
Right. Otherwise, I'm going to come catch that jaywalking ticket. You already know. Yeah, Jake. I'm just wondering, like, we got a few questions, you know.
Right?
We'll stick to easy questions, like how many hours a day sunlight do your inmates get? That's a pretty easy question, Jake. Let's talk about it. You know, what is the temperature in the pods in your jail, Jake? It's simple, right? I mean,
Are
come
your
on, man.
ACs
These
fixed yet,
questions we
Jake?
have for you because we care about the humans that you're housing. You know, so they might not be perfect. They might be innocent. They might be guilty, but they're still humans, and they don't deserve to be treated like that, Jake. Just saying. So, can we get a tour, Jake? That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, definitely been checking out those counties out that way. We've been getting a lot of reports out there. I'm not sure why the news station isn't keeping up out there, but I mean, we're in a lot of counties right now, guys. I know it's kind of probably hard to keep up because we're freaking everywhere down here. We're not just in one place. I mean, Aguilar is kind of wrapping up. The feds have came in from different angles and they're still making their way, you know. So we've been hitting other little areas around here, Orfano County, Los Animas County, and then all the way out to Bent. We got some legal stuff for Alamosa, so we're kind of they kind of put us on hold. You know, when you get to dealing with legal stuff, it's a sit and wait thing, and everything that they just did in that video that Joe Cool put out, they have to answer in the court of law too, and then we'll see. Because unlike Chris driving without a plate, he didn't hurt anybody. These people hurt multiple fucking people, guys. I'm just saying. That is crime. And they're going to have to pay for it. And obviously, you can't go to the sheriff and say, hey, can you investigate yourselves? Because this is what you get. You know, there's no fucking integrity.
Right.
And we have it straight out of the undersheriff's mouth is, you know, hey, it's the bottom of the barrel. We just can't find people of the caliber that we used to. Like, we're just hiring to have bodies here, basically. So, that's why it's a cesspool in Alamosa County Sheriff's Department. And they're hiring, guys.
They are. They're hiring just like Bent County. Bent
Just
County's
like
hiring
Bent
for
County's
everything.
hiring.
No experience necessary in Bent County. None. Doesn't matter what the position is. None experience.
We'll get you a
necessary.
take-home vehicle, everything. None. No experience needed, guys. Just come on in. Get you set up with some shiny things.
Telling you.
If you're on the posse, they'll give you an M14. You could sign up for the posse too, if you like stuff like that.
But you got to
I'm
be a
just saying.
firefighter too. Yeah, you got to be a
Yeah,
firefighter.
you got to be a
too.
firefighter too, and a volunteer. This, that, and the other.
Man,
right, Jake?
Right, Jake? But I think Jake's got other problems, just like Bruce Newman's got problems, just like Aguilar's got problems. I think they all got the same problem.
Why is it everywhere we go, these people have problems?
I don't know. It's all our fault. Apparently we bring this upon everybody. We are the destroyer of towns. Doesn't matter that it's the people that were in the town that were destroying it. We just exposed it. But we're the destroyers of towns.
You know? I mean, and not only that, we'll kick your fucking dog.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for jumping in. Joe Cool, thank you for the video. Banger ass fucking video. Whoever watches this coming up and who has watched it, thank you. Go sub to Joe Cool if you already aren't, and check if you are, because, you know, YouTube likes to steal subs. We all know it. You know it. I know it. It ain't no conspiracy. Subs
Joe Cool's famous, y'all.
And he's famous. You want to be a part of that famousness. And yeah. Well, Here's a little wish song that I came up with because I've been wishing for this to happen for quite some time. And here it goes.
Hear those sirens coming down the road. Are they coming to your boat? Everything ain't feeling right. I get lost, that man has been out of sight. Footsteps echo down the hall. Shadows dancing on the wall. Feel the panic starts to crawl. Poor Tyra is trapped beneath it all.
I gotta say, I didn't know that. Did anybody else know that? If you press and click on your mouse on the video, it kind of automatically speeds it up. You don't have to go through the speed settings. That's kind of weird. But anyways, we got a late bloomer. Hey, we're gonna bring him up in here, and we might extend this. What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on, guys? We tricked him.
I'm late as hell.
Damn it. Seeing like Adam and Tyra probably already left the room now, thinking it was done.
Well, maybe.
I got it on subscribers only chat too, so they can't even say nothing unless they subscribe. Fuckers.
Yeah, funny. You know, it's funny you bring up Adam because apparently he's having his struggles.
He's still getting paid, motherfucker.
That's questionable, but we'll see.
Well, he's getting paid, but not by Aguilar or unemployment anymore.
Again, that's what we'll see. Yeah, there's definitely
I tried giving him an invite to come up, John, and hang out with us and shoot shit, and he's just not having it. He says it's against the rules.
Yeah, okay. That's incredible. What are you gonna do? But then again, you never know. I mean, you could be theoretically speaking, you could be a town clerk and decide that you're going to do the same thing that Adam did. Theoretically. And
hey, maybe together they'll own the town. I hear it ain't worth much at this point, so
yeah.
I hear it's got more debt than value going on right now. I wonder how that works.
Well, you got that, and then I did say earlier I am looking for homes out in the Colorado area, and I understand that a certain business out there has put their home up for sale. So you never know. Maybe I might buy it. Quite possible,
right?
You never know.
Become
neighbors,
right? Move right on in. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah.
Can't help the town's broke.
True.
Can't help that.
It might make life easier for me too,
It's sad. The town has investors, man. The town has people that really want to help pick it up, and yet the administration's just so shitty that no one really can. Like, no matter how much you want to, you can't, right? Like,
well, listen.
You
At the
know.
end of the day, here's my assessment, right? And again, I'm no lawyer. I'm no anything. I'm just a guy from the outside looking in, right? But with the amount of money that is MIA, with the amount of debt that is being accrued, and with the amount of lawsuits that keep piling in, realistically, the only thing that I could see that would work would be a bankruptcy. That's the only thing I could see. And again, I hate to say it because it's a shame, but I mean, theoretically, that's probably going to be one of the only ways that they would be able to start. One, they would be able to start with their financials being turned in on time, and it would bring them back to zero, really, So any audits that they owed over the past 5 years, it may clean that out.
Hey, if I was them, I'd just return the sender all the bills.
Well, yeah, it seems to be a habit forming issue out in Aguilar. I mean, I know for a fact that I sent priority mail out to a town clerk and a former attorney for the town, which one got it on February 26th, which would be in Pagosa Springs. He knows who he is. And then the other one was delivered to the town hall, and she knows who she is. And, that was delivered on the 28th, and the other one got his on the 26th. And yet I never got a response from either party. And normally you would get one from at least I would get one from.
You just ignore your responsibilities and they go away. That's how it works.
Nothing like following the law that says you have 14 days to respond to try and mitigate it or at least mediate it. Nothing like that, right?
Well, I mean, at least they don't have financial concerns.
Yeah.
There's definitely no concern about the financials. The town has $1,500 to run with, and that no concern, no.
Well, you also have to look at it too. Apparently somebody else is calling the shots as far as who gets paid and how they get paid, because apparently the Stephanie there from the office is doling out checks to the same company that is being sued. And maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that if the person that is being sued, right, is going, I want my money, and you're paying them for services that technically they didn't render. I mean, because
and he was named in the lawsuit from the Baxter Kirkland too, from what was it called, Siete Construction, for the $700,000. He was named in that suit too, publicly. He was called out on it, and so it's like you can't say she didn't know that that guy participated in getting our town sued. He was named, so
he's a defendant.
He's still writing him checks.
Yeah, well, which also begs the question is who's pulling the strings for those to be written? Now, maybe I may be wrong. I have to go back and check the video, but I could have sworn that she blamed who is it, the mayor pro tem, for having written the ticket. So, again, I'd have to check the audio, but I'm pretty sure that's what she said, which kind of begs the question. I mean, if that was the case, what authority did he have to authorize that payment? Because it would have been, that was after the board had already voted and said that the board would have to vote for bills to be paid. And again, there was no board vote as to that person being paid. And I believe
In the last meeting, the vote was to not pay any bills. That's how bad off we are right now, guys.
Yeah. But you also have to remember they paid out $30,000 to Torres and the wife's company. So, again, it kind of begs the question: what authority did he have to do that? If in fact he did authorize that payment, and where did that voice come from? You know what I mean? Because clearly, I don't think that that was his intent, was to override a board. But again, you never know. So it kind of makes me think that there are still other hands still involved in the
My
town.
understanding, most of the board did not know that that was Ken's company. It
don't
took them
think
a
it was
while
the
to
case.
catch on, I suppose.
Well, and that kind of begs the other question, and I asked it earlier, which is how much of these, of these backdoor deals have they been doing? And we haven't been able to look into it because, again, we can't even get a basic core request answered, right? So now the question becomes, how many other people that have been, given contracts, right? Perfect example, the ADA ramp, right? Again, from what I understand, was a friend of the recalled mayor, right? So, how many of these people were these conflict of interest disclosed to the state under the CRS? You know what I mean? It kind of, again, this is raising more questions than answers, but because we can't get the answers, because again, we're being denied our core requests, and again, we're not the only ones. So, it's kind of
Definitely not the only
interesting.
one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's definitely not the only ones.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, even if you go back, and I don't.
I'm pretty sure they got some lawsuits coming on that as well. Like they could try to ignore yours, but I believe there's other ones that have been served pertaining to the same type of thing. So it's going to end up pattern practice because these guys, they have openly in a meeting admitted that they have nobody answering their Cora or FOIAs, and that oh well, we'll get to it when we get to it. We've got other issues.
And you got to remember something else too. I also have a text message from the former attorney where I specifically stated that my core requests weren't being fulfilled and I wanted my request. And I got a text message back from that attorney saying, I can only advise them, which means he knew that they were violating the Cora law. And he just said, oh, not my problem. That's your problem. Figure it out. So essentially, sue me. That's exactly what he's saying in that text message. Didn't have to, you don't have to spell it out. The context was pretty clear, which is I just advise them. Okay, so you know that they're breaking the law and you're going, oh, well, you're going to have to take the next step. Next step was the letter of intent that he and Tyra ignored. Okay.
Yeah.
So, they put you in that position and then they go, not my problem. That's your problem. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? And again, I mean, look at what we went through this past week. Just to kind of touch a little bit on it, and we won't get too far into it because I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But we had made a request at a certain place about body cam footage. They came back and said you can't have it; it's under investigation. And then we had to turn around and again send a reply to that and say, no. It's not under investigation. Your investigation was closed way, way back. We want the footage.
Yeah.
Give it to us. And they
They
came
hate
back.
when you tell them the law. They hate
Yeah,
that shit.
they
dude.
do. They don't they? But they came back and they said, okay, the investigation's over. Mysteriously, the investigation ended within 8 hours of the email we sent back. I mean, again, at least we're getting it, but still, this is the crap, and with
Well,
Aguilar,
now that she told us there's an investigation, I guess we got to request the conclusion of that investigation as well, huh?
it's funny you should say that because that's my next step. Same place.
Whatever that investigation was on, had to have a conclusion. And I mean, being the sheriff's department like that, I can only just imagine that no wrongdoing. There's just no wrongdoing there.
Well, it kind of makes me wonder. One, was the investigation done in house or was it sent somewhere else?
You know what's shit about it too, man, is because these departments keep getting new cops, and a lot of them are really trying to not be tyrants. They're just trying to follow the book. And then you get people in here like this, and then Perfecto Ihar, that bald headed fucker there. Dude, nobody wants to work around these assholes. You know, like
They give them a
don't
bad
last.
name.
Yeah,
They
they don't last. They all end up leaving because you rather keep one asshole than hiring 6 good cops. Like you'd have 6 good cops in place of that one asshole because they're constantly running fucking people off, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's because and I'm not saying that it's true or it's not true, but that's because those guys those 6 that are trying not to be the assholes, right? Are the ones that get stuck because if they turn around and they go against that one, then they're worried about the rest of the people retaliating against them, and that's
Right.
fact. That's just
Right.
you're not
That's how
going
it
to
goes.
change that.
Yep.
So
Exactly how it goes. It's just it's sad. It's like, man, because we're running thin on our cops down here, guys. There just ain't many left in, I mean, I'm talking multiple counties. We're real thin. Close to an unsafe thinness, you know? Like at this point, if we get any more cops fired, then they're gonna have to defund the police because I mean, we're running out of fucking cops here, guys. The ones that are left for the most part are good. There's a few that we've pointed out that are bad that are still sitting there, but we have to play the patience game with it, you know?
Well, I thought they were defunding the police in Benton County.
Yeah, right. I mean, same in Warfano County. There's a couple places that actually are going to defund them, but or reallocate funds, however you want to see it. Like out in Benton County, they're tired of they're just going to start their own police department for Los Animas because they're tired of the fucking sheriff. Walstenburg, they're tired of the Warfano County sheriff. They're going to start their own police department. So
Well, it's
people
not
are
a
getting
bad
tired of
idea.
their fucking shenanigans.
Well, if I remember correctly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that recently I saw something on a lawsuit that involved the sheriff, undersheriff, and speaking of Hajar, we have another Hajar, Roman Hajar, who was also named in the lawsuit along with the sheriff and undersheriff. So again, when does it end?
When you'll see like his name, that Roman. You'll see him in multiple suits. He's a repeat offender, man. He's a bad cop. So that's all there is
Well,
to it.
my
We got a
question is,
story coming on him soon because we're waiting obviously on fucking the receipts, but he's a piece of shit. You guys will see. He's fired. I fired him last week.
with
I don't
all
know
the
if the sheriff
lawsuits
picked
he's
up
had
on
on
it or
him.
not. But
I'm sorry, you people.
I said I'm actually wondering if this dude is actually on the Brady list or not with all the lawsuits he's had against him.
Well, we're gonna find out. At least I'm looking into something a little further north from where he's at now, but I can say this much: I'm gonna keep looking into that whole ordeal.
Yeah,
I'm not giving up on that. I want to find out what went on north, and
yeah,
and
because he came down here with intent. He knew what he was getting into.
yeah.
I mean, that department was labeled as a dirty department. He knew what
Well,
he was getting into when he joined. I'm just saying.
well, we can say this much, right? This much we can say is we can say that Roman took a $20,000 pay cut in order to move down south. So
Yeah, it's somewhere in that area. And here's the
yeah,
other thing. We got this specific Warfano County. We got them an infusion of officers. There was like 15 deputies, okay? Um, the government gave them like signing bonuses, this, that, and the other to get them in and fill the place. Well, that was before all right, so Roman was there before that happened. along with a couple other ones I'll leave unnamed for right now. But imagine all 15 of those cops after their 1-year contract getting the fuck out of there. Roman's still there, right? Like he knows what he was getting into and he knows what he does. So, and those cops did not want to stick around, bro. They bailed. They went to different departments around the state as soon as their contract ended. And a few of them told me to my face, like, dude, we could not do that. and
Well,
by that, I'm guessing break the fucking law. That's what they do.
Well, and let's not forget. I mean, all the evidence mishandling,
Right.
and I mean the direct mishandling. So let's give
He's
an
guilty.
example. Let's give an example. Mr. Bruce Newman, the sheriff, is guilty. He's guilty. He was on an appeal, but he's guilty. Why isn't he in jail? For mishandling evidence.
And that kind of poses another question. If he mishandled evidence, how many cases are going to have to be brought back where people were convicted in cases involving that stuff, right? Involving mishandling of evidence, because essentially anybody that went before a judge that came out of that jurisdiction or that department, that would be raising red flags for any defense attorney, and they should be, I would assume they'd be flocking to the courthouse to file appeals on behalf of the clients.
You would think, right? But then you have the DA, Mr. Solano, that goes to the undersheriff for a different case and says, hey, I had to get this case dismissed because I didn't have the proper evidence. What happened to the drugs that were supposed to be tested? And this is quote, the undersheriff then reached underneath his desk and pulled out a metal briefcase and showed the drugs inside the metal briefcase and said, oh, I forgot to get them tested. They're right here.
Oh, my Lord.
I got a feeling he was testing on them.
Oh, I have a feeling he was testing on them too.
And this is the department. If you're a dirty cop, go work there. Huerfano County. All you dirty cops that listen, if you're looking for a place where you can make a name for yourself, Huerfano County's it. They love this shit. Like they honor it. They try to get the dirtiest cops they can. If you're a good cop, they'll run you the fuck off. So don't bother applying. All right, but all you dirty fuckers, get together in one place. I know a lot of you guys are leaving Jake's area over there. Come to Huerfano. They're accepting of you guys. All right.
Hey, that reminds me.
Get y'all in one spot.
Speaking of Bent County, I want to extend my condolences to Jake for the missing 25 grand, but I'm curious because Jake still hasn't answered my request as to whether or not Selin is still employed and or on duty out in Benton County. And the other question that I asked was whether or not Selin has gone back to California to face the felony charges from when he attacked the other deputy. I'm not getting any answers from Jake, but the California courts are pretty cool. They like to answer my questions.
Jake's a bitch.
Well, and I think
he runs from his duties, man. He's no good. That's all there is to it. Flat out, he's no good. Like, I mean, hey, we do all different kinds of sheriffs and chiefs, man, and he is just not it.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of makes me wonder too, because now that we're on Benton County, I've seen some pictures of military, retired military vehicles. And one of my requests that I have is how many that they have out there. And the number that they gave me sure doesn't coincide with the amount of vehicles that I saw. So
No.
I've got more questions.
Well, I think again, this is another situation where it's you're not gonna get your request, John. I mean,
They have a hard time counting, John. I'm gonna just
Right.
go ahead and let you know. Jake has a hard time counting. He has 21 air conditioners. Okay. I mean, the guy has a hard time counting. I'm just saying. When it comes to money, he's not too good either. You know, he's just it's a counting thing, I think, maybe. Possibly,
I
like
don't.
he has a hard time with it. So if he says 8, I mean, it could be 4, it could be 10. Like he doesn't count well. And
Well,
if it's more fingers and toes than he's got, then you're really fucked.
Oh
you know what's
man.
funny? You know what's funny is he knows how to count when it's in the evidence room.
Yeah, you're right, Lord Octane. It was 90 minus 90K the inmate fund. And it looks
Yeah.
like what they did is they just went ahead and hit the evidence locker. They had about $12,000 cash there, unclaimed cash. Was not marked as evidence or anything. Like Jake don't know where it came from. It's just been sitting in the evidence locker. So I'm guessing they applied that 12 grand to the account there to bring it up out of the negative quickly. And I'm sure that's up to policy and everything, right? Like, I mean, you know, it's quite often you end up with evidence that's just not accounted for around here.
Well, I mean, often apparently. I mean,
Yeah,
that
$12,000 worth of unaccounted. That's just the cash, guys. We're not talking any other equipment such as guns or drugs or I mean, you just got to get it out of the evidence locker and turn it into money. So get that $90,000 back in the account close as he can. So yeah, I mean, it's a counting thing though, John. It is. It's what it is.
He's accountant, all right. He's an accountant. He's an accountant. Every penny and spending it.
Yeah, it's funny because over there he's got a Stephanie that's his accountant too. We keep ending up with these Stephanies handling our checks and shit.
Well,
It's a conspiracy theory. They investigate themselves and they found themselves with no wrongdoing. And that meeting was so funny. He's like, well, there's case law on it. There's case law on it. And you can do this, that, and the other. There's case law on it. As far as talking about burning through that $90,000. And then they're like, yeah, just ask the lawyer. There's case law on it. And he's like, there's no case law that I know of. They fucking completely just sidestepped it after that, man. It's so funny. They just burnt that fucking inmate fund right up, dude. They sure weren't using that inmate fund for fucking lawn care or getting the yard in repair. But
Well,
yeah,
let's not forget the rest of the air conditioners they were supposed to replace.
Not at
right.
all.
They got 20 of them back ordered.
I got rain moving in over here.
I just know that it's everywhere.
Oh, wait a minute, good citizen. And today's weather report was brought to you from Seacoat Newts.
It's raining.
Tis raining.
Wunderbar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most accurate. It's the most accurate weather you'll ever get. Weather may vary though. Weather may vary on location, but at least where I'm at, it's raining.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's probably raining money somewhere. Because, I mean, how many counties are we in right now with like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars missing? Why is it the government keeps running off with the people's money, y'all?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how they keep running off with the money and nobody fucking notices. Like, the people really don't pay that much attention? As long as they have a house, they have a car, they have a job, everything's all good. It doesn't matter if your town could be on the complete ledge of collapse.
You seen the town up north? What happened? You seen it? It's been long enough. We've been patient. What happened with Boone, Colorado? You people.
Absolutely nothing. I haven't heard a goddamn thing about them. And in fact, they won't even answer what happened with that money.
The $450K that went missing with the mayor?
Right. I can't find a follow-up story on it, John. And every time I call up down there, they won't even like acknowledge that question. They tell me I have to talk to somebody else, and that person never contacts me back.
Well, it's funny because my understanding was that the mayor put it in a personal account that she had, and she was supposed to, according to what she told the paper, is she was going to return it. Now, whether that happened,
right?
Totally different subject.
But we never heard if she returned it. I figured the news would cover that she would returned it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Lord Octant, you're right. Because he did. He uses other counties for his references, other departments, sheriff's departments. So we called those departments. We recorded the calls, and they said, "No, hell no, we don't do that. No, hell no. Who would do that stupid shit?" We're like Jake Six.
Only Jake Six, because even Warfano County apparently doesn't do that. They'll do everything else, but they won't eat into the inmate fund.
Yeah, he's the only one. And he sat there and just fucking believed himself.
If I remember correctly, we specifically called the locations Jake mentioned.
Yeah, we did. We absolutely did. We called both of those locations, and both of those locations confirmed that Jake was lying.
Right. They buy popcorn and soda and shit.
They
for
buy
Thursday
popcorn,
night fucking movies or whatever.
Soda.
Jake, he don't even give his fucking inmates an hour of sunlight that they're rightfully entitled to. That's why I call Jake a bitch. Because, dude, those people don't. No, nobody deserves that type of shit, dude. We have rights for a reason, Jake.
Well, you
commissary.
I gotta be honest with you. I think it's kind of funny that the areas that that the ACs were in were actually areas that weren't housed by the inmates.
Well, right, and we walked directly into the front office, and I mean it was pretty hot and humid that day when we went down there already in the morning, and we walk in. I didn't want to leave, bro. Like they had some nice, cool AC in that office.
Yeah,
but they're telling their council members, oh yeah, it's like 95 degrees in our cells. None of our ACs work.
Can't make it up.
And we don't forget, there's 21 of them. I mean, we've only counted less than 10 up there off of pictures that we can find. In fact, hold on. Let's Google map this shit, and we'll all count together on how many ACs.
Yeah, let's count together, guys. This is gonna be an educational show.
Hey, can we call Sesame Street and get the count count with us?
Yeah, the number today is 9. But let's count. Let's count and see where we get. Jake, count with us, buddy. Use your fingers and toes if you need to. Yeah. Jake's been busy. You see all those chickens he's been making lately, guys? Those eggs are paying off. Yeah. And I guess those $20 eggs are made for good stock. Yeah.
I got some wind coming in here. I'm going to mute while I'm looking. You guys just go ahead and chitter chatter while I'm looking up Bend County.
Okay. And that kind of, going back for a minute to Deputy Sellon, that kind of makes me wonder whether or not the Bend County may be looking at a lawsuit in their near future. With the deputy that got his rear end beat.
Oh, I think that Bent County is looking at many lawsuits. To be honest, I mean, I see quite a
Yeah.
few that could be brought. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they settle out of court, most all their suits. So there's a good chance that, like, if they are sued, we are not going to know. So, you know,
No, I think that would all depend.
look at that big A on the roof, man. That's for asshole. A for asshole. All right, guys, get to counting. How many ACs we got? You know, 21, right?
Okay.
And look at all this shit in the backyard, man. What the hell?
What? He didn't put the fence up?
Yeah. Now this is where they send inmates from multiple counties to house them. This place here.
Wow. Don't worry, folks. It's only 95 degrees for the inmates.
Right.
It's a cool and balmy
They can't go
65.
outside. They can't go outside. This outside fenced in area is off limits, guys. So you can't go out there. That's off limits.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I mean you don't have human rights there. So I mean, if they're housing 48 inmates, that's 48 suits. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, how are they gonna protect themselves from this? And he came out in an open public meeting and said this shit, dude, willingly. Nobody twisted his arm. He came out and told them directly he's violating their human rights.
Yeah,
So,
maybe it's, but I could have sworn that we had an 8th Amendment for cruel and unusual punishment. But again, I could be wrong.
right. Right.
He
But
fixed
hey,
that though. No, hold on, good
get paid.
citizen. Hold on. He fixed that. He to avoid stomping on people's rights, he drilled
Yeah.
holes in the door so that way people can look out the holes like they're animals.
That's right. Yeah. I hope they give him that consideration when they lock his ass up too. You know? Just a couple holes drilled in the door for him. You know? I hope he gets everything he did. That's what I hope for him. That's the best I could do, I suppose.
Well, I mean, the amount of catastrophe that these people have caused for multiple people in that area, especially people that were already struggling, and they're going to make them struggle even more while they end up getting more and more, and nothing happens to them, and they just keep doing it. And when is it going to end?
Well,
When
to be perfectly fair, you people, when you say nothing happens, no, generally something does happen. They turn around and they go, we need more money, and they get, they give them additional money for their funding, and then the other thing they come back is, well, we need to give ourselves and our gods a raise, and usually that comes through. So I can't really say that they're not getting nothing.
Well, that's what I meant by nothing is nothing happens for the person that's struggling. That person that's struggling, that may not have the knowledge that you do, that Good Citizen does, that I do, that any other person that actually studies the law and how it works and how to use
Hey,
it.
if I get locked up, Jake will bail me out.
Right?
You know,
And he likes you.
He
likes
does. So I mean, and we're not claiming to be law scholars. We're not claiming to be lawyers. This is not, you know, lawful information. This is just the stuff that we see that, you know, it. I mean, you read the law, this is the way it's supposed to go, right? But then you see that it doesn't go the way that it's supposed to go. So who gets held accountable when it doesn't go the way that it's supposed to go, John? That's what I'm asking.
You know, I wish I could answer the question, and I hate to say this, but you can't, because at the end of the day, what happens is you got judges that see different various officers all the time, deputies all the time. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Let's go back to the Amber Geiger shooting in Texas, where she shot the guy sitting on his couch in his living room, right? She gets 7 years. If you and I shot somebody and killed them in their apartment, we'd be in there for life.
Right.
So you got judges that are turning around. A perfect example over here in the state of Massachusetts, they had a judge a few years back who got caught while searching for a missing minor child. Was caught meeting up with what he thought was a 14-year-old boy, and the judge, in order for his wife and kids not to lose the pension benefits that he had accrued, gave him 3 years probation. You know, when you have deputies or cops sitting there calling you a sovereign citizen like they did with Chris, I find it reprehensible. And the reason why I find this so reprehensible is because we don't have the ability to claim ignorance of the law. They, on the other hand, claim qualified immunity, which is exactly ignorance of the law. Well, we didn't know it was a law when when we did this. We didn't know we were violating his rights, right? So they come up with whatever excuse to try and get out of it, and they use qualified immunity as their get out of jail free card.
Well,
And
we've heard that a lot of times. I mean, especially recently going down near Trinidad with a security officer. Oh, well, he's new. He's a new security officer. He doesn't know how to be a security officer. So give him a break. He doesn't know.
Well, you know, again, you see it, and I hate to say it, but I mean, we see that too. I mean, we see the security guards now being weaponized by police to enforce trespasses or trespass people from property where the security guard didn't care less until the cop said something.
Well, I
We've
mean,
had
it's one thing when you're on their property, right? It's another thing when
I don't even know what I'm muted, but
yeah, we lost them for a second there.
Yeah, you
try
lost
out,
me.
try out chasing goats.
Now, the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort. It's like a visceral reaction of discontent coming from this area. This area is not good either. I hate this, but I'm mainly worried about this.
That's all.
Yeah, not wrong.
You know,
No, not wrong at
man.
all.
It doesn't just end with the cops, you know, the city employees as well. Look, I've been getting reports, the trash truck just hanging out at Walmart and shit, you know, where the city's paying these guys to just sit around, hang out at Walmart in the parking lot. It's weird.
Yeah.
They can't find nothing else for the city workers to do if they're not out picking up trash. Cut their hours down. Whatever needs to be done. Like it seems weird that town can afford to pay them to sit around.
Well, I thought that's what they did. I mean, wasn't Joe a perfect example of that?
Yeah. Yep. And he went from one city to the next. So yeah, you're right. That's it. It's a city.
Right?
It's a city worker thing. I get it. I get it.
You have to love
It must be.
you have to love his premeditation though. 3 days before, making sure that he called around to make sure that everybody knew that he was no longer going to be employed in Aguilar, so that he could pull his water license.
Yep. Well, and then you got to also think, because around here, usually it takes any company at least a month to get back to you on your application, that I've found. So you figure he had already applied to Walsenburg to go over there and work. He had already probably heard that he was going to work, because frankly, I don't see him just pulling his license and not having another job. That's not the way he works, because he was working for the county before he came here, and he didn't even quit the county until he came here, because he didn't quit that job until he knew he had another job.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right. I mean,
Sadly, they set themselves up for failure because Walsenburg was involved in the targeted harassment on Robert. They'll also end up named in the civil suit, I'm guessing. They sent their gas guy down this way. They were using their license for the water at the time. Walsenburg was tied up into that whole stealing of water, the Robert's meter as well. So
well, you also have,
now they hired Joe, the guy who was leading the charge on stealing his meter, right?
and here's the
So
funny part, right? You ready for this? Here's the funny part. The guy from Walsenburg Gas, right? Or if it was Walsenburg Gas, because again, I'm not going to make any assumptions, but whoever came down from Walsenburg to remove that meter, right? Now he's got more than just the civil suit to worry about, because when he took the meter out, he created a gas leak and left it. So now his certification should be on the line, because the guy almost blew up an entire neighborhood. So somebody should be asking questions as to, one, why it is that the meter was removed without a warrant and without a judge's court order. Okay, that's going to be the first questions that should be asked. And two, why it is that this guy turned around and not only removed that meter, but left it with the meter leaking, right? With the valve leaking to the point where the gas was pooling. There's a huge problem with that. And whoever that guy is, I hope his certification's in order, because by the time all is said and done, I don't think he's going to have one.
Now, I don't know. I don't know. They thought it was pretty funny though, John.
I know they were laughing about it when they were doing it, but at the end of the day, when you turn around and you almost blow up an entire neighborhood, I have a feeling that somebody's going to take exception to that, and they're going to be like, dude, what were you thinking?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they run kind of wild over there in Walsenburg. I mean, they do things a little bit differently than everybody else as well. So
yeah, but the licensing doesn't come from Walsenburg. If I remember correctly, most licensing usually comes from the state.
Well, no, but I believe they were using the gas guy from Walsenburg, who would be operating underneath the Walsenburg license. Basically, they would just rent him for the day. They would hire him for service to come out and do the job. He shouldn't have done the job, but he came out, he done the job, and now he has linked Walsenburg into this whole mess.
Which means that if he was working under the license from Walsenburg, that license for Walsenburg can get revoked because of gas leak.
Right. And but I mean, it's all funny, John. It's all fun and games. They're gonna laugh about it. It's all good. It doesn't matter if it would have blown up 2, 3, 4 houses. It doesn't matter. That don't matter. It's a good thing Robert don't smoke. I mean, he smokes, but he doesn't smoke it around his house. He has like a cigarette once in a great blue moon. I mean, I'm just saying it's a good thing he didn't light up a cigarette. He didn't need it. I'm just surprised. I mean, none of his pilots were lit. They already shut all those down, so I wasn't concerned about that.
And let's not forget this too, right? Let's not forget how foolish that they were, because they took a hammer to the valve. Now, my understanding was that the part of the valve was aluminum, And, you know, again, that may be why it didn't spark and end up blowing him to Kingdom Come. But had it not been aluminum, I think we would have been looking at a very different outcome.
Well, and luckily that weather wasn't too good either, because around that time, you know, they were doing yard work. Good Citizen does smoke, and who knows, maybe he would have went back there, chopped down some trees, lit a
Well,
cigarette, boom.
at the
You know, you
time
never
they
know.
pulled the gas
Some guy
meter,
came into his
right,
yard and
Yeah.
right
right.
after they pulled the meter, we dropped down below freezing. We had a fucking winter storm advisory move in. So Robert was forced to actually use propane space heaters, guys.
Which means that which is even worse, right?
Right.
Open flame, yes, sir.
Yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about. I mean, it doesn't bode well for any of the any parties involved. You know, I don't know. I just think that at the end of the day, these are the things that, again, like, you know, at this point, even the town of Walsenburg is going to have to answer to that whole ordeal.
Mhm.
I know that Robert is trying to do whatever he's doing in Aguilar regarding all this crap, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm just blown away at the
Yeah,
total.
how long you think that's gonna last? You know
What's
what I
that?
mean? Like they never approached him with an agreement or anything. They never brought his fucking meter back. They haven't tried to make him right yet. You know, they can say they are, but I mean, actions speak louder than words, right? So
Well,
when he
we'll
sues
see.
him for a couple fucking million, dude, because they violated state and federal laws, multiples of them, and there's no fucking punitive damage, dude. Like his fucking health has declined since then. They're stupid.
And the other thing is, and you know, again, I'm not an attorney, but if I remember correctly, in the state of Colorado, if Robert were to prevail on his suit, that would mean that the responsible party for attorney's fee is the loser, which would mean that they'd be on the hook for that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you
Well,
know,
the main thing is the 1983. There's no due process. Period. None. So,
well,
yeah.
like, I mean, this, in my opinion, this was again more targeted harassment by certain members of the let's just say the front office, where the administrator and assistant administrator
Yeah,
work.
USC 241, 242. That's exactly what they was after. That's what they got.
Yeah.
And the sheriff's department stood back and documented the whole thing for us.
And you got to remember something else, though, good citizen. You're forgetting one other Title 18 code that they violated, because they acted in concert with not only themselves, but they acted in concert with another party, which would make it a conspiracy, which would be under the 241, which actually would fall under the 1985 claim. So again, these are the things that, you know, you go.
All right. So to answer your question, I don't. It doesn't matter to me if the town has $1,500 in their bank account. It doesn't matter to me if you have $1,500 in your bank account. If you smash your car into me and cause me damages, I'm going to sue your insurance company, not you. Doesn't matter what you have. I don't care what the town has. The town has a policy of over $10 million. So, as far as the town being broke, that is neither here nor there. That's their fucking problem. And their insurance will get tired of paying their fucking claims. And I mean, that's the way it usually goes.
The other thing too is I think that you know, the other thing too is, depending on what, you know, I mean, usually in a civil action, right? If you were going like a person against a person, like you were saying, as a car insurance, what the insurance wouldn't pay, you could theoretically, and again, I'm not an attorney, this isn't legal advice, you could theoretically put a lien on any property, any vehicles, if they own boats, if they own motorcycles, any type of property you could put a lien on, which
Well,
means
sadly, all Aguilar has is liabilities, from
yeah,
what I
well,
can tell. Looking around, all I see is liabilities. I mean, their community centers, fucking all but condemned.
Well, and it
Town
just
hall,
doesn't
all
stop
but
with the
condemned.
liabilities. I mean, right? I mean, not liabilities nonstop. And then on top of it, you know, you're going to have people that said that they care for the town, that they want to see the town flourish, go ahead and try and flush it down the toilet.
yeah. Well, and you got to remember something else too. You got a lot of people that are sick in the town, and how much of that is actually due to the water issue? And if it can be traced back to the water issue, now you're looking at a whole different animal.
Well, unfortunately, Walsenburg's the same way. It's the same shit water. It's got the same fucking contaminants, and it's also unfiltered. So again, Joe going to work for their water department. Hey, see you soon, Joe. You know, like they're already on the list, dude. They're feeding the people the same water as these guys, man. Shit ass water, contaminated. It's no good. It's non-filtered. So, and sadly, like say here, the EPA standards are fucking are 50 years behind, if not more. So the EPA just kind of allows the shit. It always is up to the citizens to make the change. The state's not going to do it. The EPA is not going to do it. CDPHE is not going to do it. Like if Aguilar wants their water filtered, then they're going to have to do some kind of millage and do it for a water filtration system, an actual filtration system, not what they're buying now that just sprays fucking chlorine in your water. Actual filter that's going to remove all the heavy metals and everything else that's no good, you know. So, and Walsenburg's going to end up having to do the same thing. Unfortunately, Walsenburg just got raised like $40 per tap per month on their fucking bills because, well, they can't pay their fucking bills. So it's the citizens' fault.
Yeah.
So,
which is kind of funny
yeah.
because you know they raised their rates last year on the gas, and now they're raising it again this year, and
Yep.
that means that they're going to be raising the gas rate for Aguilar.
They did last meeting. They had to raise it. They talked about they had to raise the rate.
Yeah.
Well, and they should have did that a year ago, John. Technically, they
Yeah.
didn't. Technically,
Tyra-
they didn't raise the rate, and that's what one of the big things was, John. It was the fact that they have paid the overage of gas because they were still charging everybody the normal rate when the rate change came. And that's where a lot of the money apparently disappeared to. But they also admitted in that same meeting that the bill was up to date up until about 3 months ago when Tyra decided to disappear along with all the money out of the accounts. They just disappeared. I mean, I'm not saying she took the money out of the accounts. I'm just saying she disappeared. The money disappears. I don't know. Is that a coincidence? Do you think that could be connected in any way,
Right.
shape, or form, John?
And it most definitely was her fault. She was the administrator. She is the one that was supposed to let the citizens know about the raise in price. Like she doesn't get to set it. She has to raise it, right? It's coming from that company. Like there's no choice in the matter. And she completely dropped the ball. You people and I knew this because we watched Walsenburg and all the other people on the same company raise. And that was a long fucking time ago. And so she's been selling people gas at the old rate and getting charged the new rate. So she's done this for a long time. I mean, and that's just oops, you know, like fuck, man.
Kind of explains why they were behind in their gas payments too, though. You know what I mean?
Well, right at first, but again, you have to remember they admitted that the gas bill was up to date up until about 3 months ago, and now it's 3 months behind. And I've been talking with Jim Moore, and Jim Moore has been upfront with me the past year and a half, and he's like, yeah, man, they're up to date. You know, if you want to see documents, I'll send you documents, blah, blah, blah. And they were up to date. I was keeping tracks on it up until about 3 months ago because of all the craziness. But again, 3 months ago, somebody disappears, the money disappears, and everybody wants to get paid. What happened? Where's the connection, John?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. But the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, we can't say definitively, so we're gonna stick with our supposedly, allegedly's, maybes, could be's. You know, this is not, you know, don't take what we're saying. We just take it with a grain of salt and do your own little investigation. We always encourage everybody to do their own investigation. Hell, if you want to get in on this whole Cora craze, why don't you send in a few FOIA Cora requests into the office and see if you can't get a few answers.
And you know what? Start out easy. Start out with just a basic core request, and if they have if they have credit cards, right? If the office has a credit card, that you know that they have a certain credit card that you want to just see what they're spending money on, core request the credit card statements for just say 1 month, and go through there and look at the charges. And if you see something that you think is a little suspect, then you turn around, you do another core request, and you ask for the receipts that go with that particular item that you found. And again, now you can compare the receipt to what the charge is, and you know what they bought, you know what they spent it on. And I mean, if you turn around and you go in there and you see like $400 spent at say, I don't know, say an Applebee's, right? And you're like, what the hell? Who spends $400 at an Applebee's, right? And you get the receipt back and you find out that it wasn't during work hours. It wasn't a business meeting. Well, what are you spending $400 in Applebee's for? And would they take their family out to dinner? The entire, the extended family, like 12, 15 people? These are the things that you should be looking into.
Yeah, if they give it to us.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. I was muted. I was like, if they give it to you.
That is true. It's a big if. And again, that's something that's not readily available. Now, if you go in and you do a core request in person and it's something that is readily available, the comprehensive annual financial report, they call it a CAFA for short, or even say you wanted to review the budget for 2024. Those are things that are readily available.
Are they? Wait, hold on, John. Hold on. We got to stop you there. Are those readily available? Because every time I went in there, Sarah had to ask Tyra if she could give me a budget.
They're supposed to be readily available. As a matter of fact, the CAFA report, the annual report, is supposed to be readily available. It's supposed to be in a notebook. You're supposed to be able to go right through it, and you can whip through and go through that and see what's spent and what money is supposed to be going here, there, and everywhere. So essentially, that's your budget. I mean, again, you should be able to look at it, and that's supposed to be readily available. It's supposed to be open for inspection any time of the day. As long as they have operating hours, that stuff is supposed to be ready and available and waiting for the public to look at.
I could have swore we tried to teach them that, John. I don't think they've learned that yet, because every time I go in for a budget, I have to wait like 10, 15 minutes to go get permission to get the budget. And then, but I don't know if it was more permission on getting the budget or if it was more on which budget do I give him? Because, I have a feeling there was a couple of different budgets made up for certain people,
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, from the sounds of what Angela's going through right now with all the MIA money, I don't think that getting a budget right now would make a difference. And again, we're all laymen here, right? And when we went through the budget, we were finding discrepancies. And again, we don't know jack about being CPAs, you know. So,
Well, I mean, you look at certain stuff, and you should be. I mean, a budget really isn't hard. You've looked at a couple of them, and you kind of get the grasp on how they're supposed to work. And the fact that you can go to other, and we'll take Walsenburg for example, because even their budget, you know, at least is up to par, and you can go to the next year and the year prior, and stuff matches. You know, Aguilar, I don't think I've ever found like a matching budget. You go from one year to the next, and all the numbers are different in the next budget, like almost to a T. All the numbers are different.
and you have to love the fact that it would look like a copy and paste job.
Well, I mean, she is great at doing those budgets and stuff. You know about that, right? I mean, you know about her new career, right, John?
I don't even want to. I'm not even going to attempt to answer that question.
Hey, Huntington, good to see you. Yeah, it's just a mess everywhere, man. Like, tighten up.
No.
You know? Like, I don't know. People allow it, though. You know? Because ultimately, you know, it always just comes down to the people. So, we can place the blame here or there, but people allow the shit. Flat out. Like, I don't see no protests or nothing happening. You know? Yeah, if you guys need any classes, how to build your wealth, we got a sponsor. Just let them know we sent you. All right. Make sure you tell them you people with the letter U and Good Citizen Media sent you. You might get a discount, and we'll get you wealthy real quick. Then you guys can PayPal us and super chat us and all that stuff, you know? So get your hookup. Get your hookup. Let them know. You know? Let's get that income streaming, guys. Let's go. I'm saying
Only
John
$22 a minute, guys. I mean, it's well worth it. It's well worth it. If you want all of your digital work done, I mean, well worth it. $22 a minute. You can't
I
beat
would
that
spend
price.
I would spend at least half of that minute to let her know that John DeNicola is in fact fucking real. It'd be worth the $11. I'm just saying. But hey, if you guys need help with your finances, you want to know how to get some streams of income going, she's got ideas, guys. And she is fucking creativity abounds. Like, it's everywhere. So there's money out there everywhere, guys. All you have to do is get a hold of her, let her know we sent you, and you're there to get your hands in it. You know? I mean, yeah. That's it
Maybe
right
she
there,
can help
guys.
me with my portfolio so I can buy that house out there.
I'm saying you need to streamline some shit, John. Just get a hold of her. It's 22 a minute, but I mean, that's all right.
I don't know if she'll think I'm real.
Yeah. As long as your money's real. That's part of the creativity.
Money, right?
You don't have to be real, just your money has to be real, you know? Just like the books don't have to be real, it's just the money has to be real. See what I mean? So, anyways, she'll get you hooked up, guys. Anybody out there that's hurting, you know, wants to get some income flowing. You know, she's our new sponsor. So
Digital
we gotta
wizard.
get paid. Huh? We gotta get paid. I mean, that's we're just in this shit for clicks and views. That's the mission. So I'm just saying.
Just say, show me the money.
Show me the motherfucking money. That's it. That is it. Oh, guys, we got so much more to talk about, but you know, we can only do so much in one show. I'll tell you one thing. That's not right.
I'm at work.
There's Tara.
She no, she's not.
No, she's
No.
not.
No, she's not.
No.
Fake news. Fake news. But in other news, John, other news.
Breaking news, I've had enough. I'm done with this world, and I don't think I can go on.
Damn, another prediction come true.
Golly.
I don't think she's real.
I don't know. I mean, I heard she's got a new hobby though. She's on the bigger and better things.
So I deleted all my dating apps. I'm gonna meet dudes the old-fashioned way. Prison letters.
Adam, she's replacing you, buddy. She's replacing you, bro.
Just saying. And I mean, yeah. Again, you know, we got to end the show the way we started it, and congratulate Mayor Donald.
Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like a life, then usually go and change it. Hey, I'm on vacation. And it's not just 'cause they're on my.
Stay on vacation, fella. Stay on vacation. Drink a beer for us, Donald. All right. We appreciate it. We gotta appreciate that guy. All right, each and every one of you, we appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for
Later.
They come into your boat. Everything
Have a wonderful
they
evening, everybody.
feel
Thank you, John,
right.
for coming up.
I get lies that minutes
Enjoy.
been out of sight. Footsteps echo down the hall. Shadows dancing on the wall. Feel the panic starts to crawl. Poor Tyra is trapped beneath it all. The feds are coming, time to run and hide. The feds are coming, no place left to slide. The feds are coming, nothing left to decide. The feds are coming, hope you're ready for that ride. Heart be racing, can't slow down. Stealing whispers in this town. Truth is buried underground. We all know they're coming around. Hiding in the darkened room, silent dread that's growing soon. Looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Tyra and the bar always seem to funnel. The feds are coming, time to run and hide. The feds are coming, no place left to slide. The feds are coming, nothing left to decide. The feds are coming, hope you're ready for that ride. Heart be racing, can't slow down. Stealing whispers in this town. Truth is buried underground. We all know they're coming around. Hiding in the darkened room. Silent dread that's growing soon. Looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Tyra and the
Have a great night, everybody.
seem to fumble.